I thought I was going to get the drop on that. Greetings and salutations. I was going with the nice little tune we've got in the background here for the Revelation of Maya, and it is just soothing. At first, I thought, the most pleasant and wonderful background music or tune, if you will, in this delightful game that we are playing on our channel in this community. MNETKR, it's the R5 Life with Lito. I am Lito the second R5 Muad'Dib of the Landsrad on server 9. Oh my. On server 1834 in Ebony, the Kings, you know it, returns. I forgot to do this way rewind. That was like a that way rewind. Hadouken! There we go. It was all my fault trying to go to these jams. What am I saying? No idea. Just crazy thoughts, gibberish. We've got a plan. This is what I wanted to do. This is a special edition. I can't thank you all enough for such amazing feedback, interaction, activity, and just all around good vibes that our community, this channel, has been seeing, that we've been sharing together, that you have been pouring out on me. Thank you. No, seriously, truly humbled and honored. Feel weird saying that sometimes, but I mean it verily. What I say, I mean it when I feel honored because of your time, energy, and willingness to spend those with me, with us in this community. It's been incredible. And after I posted the three videos, the three series, three parts of the videos about how to score the highest in Revelation of Maya, I was determined to keep going through some runs to recreate what I was espousing, what I was professing, as far as these skills, blah, 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 blah. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry. There are some previous videos that provide all of the context, and for the sake of this not taking 7, 8, or 9 hours, we're going to get into it. I have started a few different runs, namely this one here. I want to just give you an example of the method to my madness. And by now, if you're familiar with our channel, this community, MNETKR, R5 Life with Lito, you'll know that I have got notes galore, or a regular accompaniment of some notes for us, so we can kind of paint a mental image of some of these details that I think are important to document for the sake of uh, seeing it all, the whole picture, a macro look at what's going on. We get into that micro, believe me, we certainly do, and I love it. Aha, so do you. Still, I think. Um, and this is what that is all about. This was a run that I did yesterday, and part of the day before or night before. Okay, and I broke it down stage by stage, or moment by moment, where there was something significant to document as far as my progress goes. Okay, so there's so much that is based on luck, chance, and just the sheer will to attack this mini game, this event, in order to score the highest on the ranking and get those fabled, heralded Caesar general fragments. Render unto Caesar that which is Caesar, which are his fragments. Thank you. Hail Caesar. All right. So on the first stage, of course, we got money bags. That was great. But on stage two, I would have suffered a 50-point decrease because there was a typhoon totem. But I didn't choose to reset back to level one or stage one because I happened to get Hand of Famine on stage two. And I'm like, this is too good to pass up or take the chance of having to losing 50 points. I'm going to document it so we can see what it would have been when we finish, right? Then I got main force suppression on stage four. All right, and stage 4 being the bonus level. Okay, because 3 Stage 4, it was significant that I got main force suppression there. I documented it. And then on stage 6, I got a live stream, which is great. I needed that because I wasn't healing until then. Triple lines on stage 7. And I'm like, okay, yes, things are starting to pick up. This is nice. Sorry, got itches. And then on stage 7, okay, another 50 points that I lost because of a typhoon totem. But there was a live stream on stage 7, which I desperately needed to clean up my troop slots. So I didn't want to lose that. If I reset at stage 7, I'd have to go all the way back to stage 3. And I'm like, nope, this is too valuable. Stage 8, which is a bonus level, can have any number of the Mayan market, Mayan calendar store, all right, what we talked about before. And I got another live stream. And I'm like, yo, yo, yo. All right, all of my troop slots are full, full, boom. And we're at 1,880 points. If you notice, here I'm on stage 8 and I'm at 1,880 points as well. All right. So you can see perhaps that this list compared to this one, we have got uh, um, the same loss in points as far as not getting a poison wood in a couple of levels. We could have 100 points higher here, 1,990, had we been lucky enough to get 2 poisonwood totems. Okay, but this run is supreme right now, and I could not sacrifice what I got in the first few stages, and you will see that. All right, we've got on the field hospital. Yes, that was one of the ones. That was one of the epic buffs that I was like, you must have it. We want to receive those troops back after every battle, no matter how small it is, because the more troops we finish with, the higher the score. So I kept going, strength in numbers at 11. Of course, that's what we want. But there was a typhoon totem on level 11, which is past 10. Okay, but there was a live stream there as well. So I'm like, I'm healed. I'm got stage numbers. I field hospital. I've got too many that I want. I must keep going. All right, but I didn't have laws of survival yet, and you'll see here live stream again on stage 12. No laws of survival yet. Just getting random level 3 buffs, if you will. Stage 13, another typhoon totem. No laws of survival. I had to heal here using my runes, and I wanted to keep as many as I could for the very end, just in case. Plus, if I had Hand of Plague, I would benefit from that as well. So on stage 13, I cleared the poison fog. It took the hits and it took me down big time. All right, as far as my troop count, and but I needed the points. 8 of those poisonous fog clouds, and they're worth 5 points each. We need those points. We must uncover the poison. All right, and then live stream at stage 14, which helped tremendously to recover from that poison. What you call it, from clearing those poison fogs. All right. And then from there, I was able to restart back to stage 14. 8 to 13 is a long stretch. 8 to 13 is a long stretch of hoping to get lucky through enough of those stages. Okay, so that when you get to stage 14, move on to stage 15. If you don't get the poisonwood totem, you can restart and only go back to 14. And if you'll notice here, just checking to make sure that my notes aren't behind my face. Run 1, I reset 9 times on that to get the poisonwood totem. Back and forth, back and forth. Okay, finally got it. Boom. Run 2, no laws of survival. I reset 5 more times to get poisonwood totem. Why was I doing this? The next stages are going to have more poison fog, and I can't afford to to clear those and lose all those troops. It's just too much by that point. So sorry. All right. So reset 9 times, reset 5 times, reset. It looks like it was just once. No laws of survival yet, and I was hoping that I would get it. I would get it because I would find the Mayan high priest and just fingers crossed, Zeus's beard and Jupiter's stones that it would roll. No law of survival, but I cleared it anyway, and I healed 2 slots because I chose the lucky epic buff, got some other good stuff, and I had some runes to heal. Put me in good shape, but not optimum shape. Okay, and I got to stage 16. It was not good. Reset to 14. Blah blah blah. Okay, reset 12 times. No law of survival. Chose lucky again, and then I went through to stage 16 with another typhoon totem, and I chose Hand of Famine and triple lines again, but the low troop count because of all the poison fog put me in a hole that would not allow me to finish where I wanted to, unless I got so lucky here on stage 19 to get a bunch of healing rune words back from each of the Mayan bad guys, right? I was like, fuck it, I got to do this. I've been doing it forever. Let's give it a shot. Point of no return on 19. I've got to get lucky healing with healing runes and finish with a high score. All right. My highest so far has been 11,250. And like I said, the positivity surrounding these particular videos and this event has made me new friends. And I have discovered through these new friends, one in particular, Polar Fleece, my pal from across the pond, has showed me their score of 10,300, but then also showed me the leaderboard that they are going up against, whose number one ranking is 10,000 or 11,500. So it's so cool to see that we can get higher than what I knew. That mine wasn't the highest score ever. How dare I even say that? But I wanted to keep trying if I could get higher and higher, and it is possible. There is a incredible tactic that Polar Fleece shared with me that I will try if I can, after, sorry, I do it my way to see where my method caps off, and then incorporate Polar Fleece's extra step there on the final level, as long as we are equipped to fulfill the requirements, and see what the score is after that. And then it will be a matter of how lucky we got on the way up with the poison wood totems. Yes? Okay. So, all those crazy notes, I don't even know how many resets, but it didn't happen. I got tired of resetting at the end after I finished, and I think the highest I got was 10,950, right? Pretty sure. God dang it. I've had a hair tickle in my face, and I need to shave anyways. I got to get pretty, especially since I think we're getting closer to Caesar's time, to Alliance Carnival. So there's a quick rundown, quick if you will, about what I had done before, and then I started this run. Okay, yesterday and into the night, toward or during, I had scored enough points to unlock another seat in my Council of State during the server war. I was like, I'm going to spend some time in the Revelation of Maya because I want to put something together. And I went for it, and I was trucking as far as like, yo, things are things are turning up, Leto. All right, and right off the bat, laws of survival stage one, I took the hit of a typhoon totem on two because I got laws of survival. I actually had an option to take laws of survival, or it might have been Hand of Famine. All right, and laws of survival is too valuable, maybe even the most necessary epic buff to get. That when you get it, don't lose it. So I kept it. I took the 50-point hit. Okay, stage two. I did a lot of restarts to stage three. Okay, I don't know how much a lot was. Maybe it wasn't that lot, but a lot, but it felt like it. And wouldn't you know, the one that I'm always wanting to get as early as possible. All right, stage four, we got gold in fog. Yes, yes. Stage four, golden fog. That's about as good as it gets for me. I have acquired, received, gotten golden fog on stage one before. I was like, what? This is it. This is going to be it. But the rest of that run, not a single live stream and not a single healing rune, except for the guaranteed spots for the live stream, which is bonus level 18. It was brutal. And I never got Laws of Survival either, and I got tired of restarting at a bunch of other places because I must have been close to the 100s by that point. All right, I already had more gold in stage 4 of this run than I did in the entirety of that first run I did in those videos. Okay, and then on stage 5, I picked lucky upgrading, and I was like, this is gonna help us a lot to have that extra slot of upgrades to choose from when we do have to probably do some restarts. Okay, and then a hit at 50 points for stage 6, Typhoon Totem. But Laws of Survival and Golden Fog, too valuable. I would have to restart to stage 3 and I would lose Golden Fog, and I don't want to try and get that to roll again. All right. So I selected a Hand of Plague instead. Hand of Plague being a tremendous buff essentially for all troop types, but it does specifically benefit one of the other ones specifically, and I'll show you which, I just forget, but rune words, they increase your stats on top of it for all your troops, okay? I'm set up for a very strong run. Another Laws of Survival came on stage 7, but I got a Poisonwood Totem and a life stream. Those two things going into stage 8, which is a bonus level, okay? And stage 8, which I have usually been getting, the Mayan calendar store, which is random, even the Mayan market where there's nothing worth buying, just rubbish. I got another live stream. I am maxed. I have got Golden Fog, Laws of Survival. We are looking to add Hand of Famine. It'd be great if we could stack that. Field Hospital, we want that still. Oh, I got a triple lines in stage 9, but something happened and it looks like I restarted too. And that's where I've stopped because I want to finish this run, see where we go. If I have to keep resetting, I will, and I will edit and or put chapters, a specific chapter that says this is a long section of resetting. So be forewarned. All right, let's take a look at what all of this amounts to. 406 total gold right now, a good amount of rune words, if you will, but a junior steam recovery, which is super helpful, nice, and necessary, essentially, and 2 senior healing runes. I think I may have even received. No, because I've gotten so many live streams. This is a great amount to have, and luck be an ebony god from the pantheon. Let's hope we get some more. We want to add more of these, no matter what they are, even if they're these useless junior site runes, in my humble opinion, because each of these runes gives us a significant buff, an epic buff, if you will. Yes, yes. Let's take it. Excuse me. Good gracious. Let's check it out. We're going to increase all our troops' defense by 25%. Thank you. I'm going to take a drink. Which then, yes, ranged troops attack by 25. So that's cool. They get an extra one on top of it. But here is where the boon of boonage is. Boon being like a treasure and or reward. All right. Increases all troops attack and HP by 10% for each one rune owned. 10% attack and HP for each one rune owned. Meaning every rune we get from now on is buffing our attack and HP by 10%. That is fantastic. This one won't equate as to an buffs as high as Hand of Famine can and will get, but this will also stack. If I get it again, I will get 20% for attack and HP for every one rune that I own. Cool, huh? Laws of Survival. Yeah, yeah. Go. Yeah, you see how Golden Fog is so valuable, right? You get 1 Mayan gold for dispelling each foggy. But with money bags, you double the amount of gold received from clearing fog. potentially if gold comes from it. So not one gold per fogs, two because of money bags. Yeah, getting that as early on as possible. We're just going fog crazy because that's where the gold cash money is. That's going to put our hand of famine to good use. And then we want to get triple lines in there. Yeah. And we want to get a couple of other ones, but we're in a good spot to not get some of these things as early as we want. Earlier the better, and still make it fire. Lucky upgrading I took because it it's gonna help. It's got to, and perhaps we won't have to reset as much. Where I am as far as my buffs go, all right, these stats are probably higher than that first run was already, but we will see these go up as we earn runes. The attack will, and the fuck me, sorry, what was it again? The HP, attack and HP by 10%, right? Shabloips. I just did that already. I'll want to, look at it with you. See, it works. It works. This will go up 10%, and this will go up 10% each one rune that comes my way. That's why those two are higher, much higher than the siege machine defense. All right, cool. All of that stuff out of the way. I'm not going to worry about these blokes. Actually, I might go in there and put those by my gatherers back out because they got to be working. We got plans within plans. And I'm going to take a look here one more time before we start and see. We are minus 100 points. All right. We could potentially have 100 more points. But this is where we will reset to now. We have passed the 3 to 8 pain, torturous hellhole that it can be, but we have got a long trek from 8 to 13. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We got to get lucky with those poisonwood totems, but we have acquired, I believe, our rarest and most difficult, it seems, epic buffs that we need. Typhon totem. Here we go. So, 22 minutes. 22 minutes. The run starts. Just in case I have got to say, we have got a lot of resets going. All right. Because we're doing a legit run, no matter how long it takes in some spots. Okay. And we're going to commit because I'm crazy like that. You're crazy like that. We're going crazy together, crazy Avonians. I don't even know what to say right now, but I'll provide the commentary in the usual way. Look at that. See, there's nothing sometimes. Can you believe it? Can you believe that? Come on. Come on. Sometimes what I do, and I'm resetting a bunch, is go to the world map and kind of in my mind think I'm refreshing it so it can, you know like I got to get out of there because I'm stuck in a rut. See, look at that. That's not a lot actually, but only going back there, that's not bad. Okay, I mean, going back 4 levels is really where the pain is inflicted. So while I'm letting that level refresh, right? Yeah, sure. Whatever. I'm going to throw my gatherers out here again. This one is my weakest one that I've barely developed. As I don't want to give this Queen Jindiok any ascension skills or really any extra investment in runestones for specialties right now. So, but it's still much faster and you get that extra goodies. So, you know what I am saying, dogs. Yeah. Okay, let's get back in. Uh, it's down at the bottom, right? Come on, come on. Where are you? There you go. Revelation of Maya. Revelation. So Revelation. Okay. Resetting some mores. Typhoon. I know, and you know that we can and want a poisonwood totem here. Yeah, there it is. Oh, and it's far back, and that's a bummer. But our troop slots are maxed to the max. And we even got Napoleon here. What's up, Napoleon? Thanks, pal. All right, so here we go. what I want to do is do, the direct. This is great when we restart because we want to know right off the bat what epic buff are we going to get. Should we keep going? Is it worth it? Let's see. Oops. Eh. Uh, boom, boom, boom. Hand of Famine will be fantastic. We want to minimize our losses for the rest of the run. Hand of Famine is going to put us in the best shape to withstand any sort of punishment, and triple lines as well is going to make a massive, massive difference. But here we go. No rune word. That's a bummer. And we've got four options. That one is not bad, but since we're only one level removed, I'm not going to take it. I want to move forward with one that we want. Okay? I want one that we want. And we want a couple of them. Field Hospital would be great. Triple lines, Hand of Famine best, in my humble opinion. It's what I desperately want. Okay? Let's see here. I want us to see those attributes skyrocket once Hand of Famine shows up. It's a 0.5% increase to all stats for each one rune or each one gold owned. So that's 205% right now. Nothing. And wouldn't you know it, after all the good fortune I was experiencing up until this point, not to say that it's gone or anything, but after watching today's video about tickets, please, we are in desperate need for some good fortune, for some love from the fates. And right now, they are not wanting to throw a poisonwood totem our way. Here we go. Ooh, what a good spot to look at it. Shubloipes and a skadoosh. The least amount of casualties that we can experience right there. Now, it's a matter of who's we's going to get. When we get to the witch doctor, no, I'm kidding. Thank you, my friend out there. It is the Mayan high priest. All right. Comment on my on our YouTube channel, the Tube of You Persuasion channel. All right, it was awesome. I could hear you, scream. It's the Mayan high priest. Damn it, get it right. Thank you for that interaction. That was just a Mayan guardian or whatever. See, I'm getting that one wrong. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Mayan high priest right away too. We're gonna know whether or not it is time to go back or press on. Not getting a lot of love. All right, here we go. This is the one I said don't ever touch, stay away from it. Icky, icky, Why? Because you can't use any healing runes or recovery runes, and you will never, ever, ever score high with that because you will only perish. You can use the live streams, but who knows if that's going to be enough or if you've lost too much. You got to heal before you fight the final boss. We don't have a mixed force, so we got two epic buffs, and that's great, but it's like we got two Edward Teaches, two Philip the Seconds, two of who else? Two of Serenas, two of who else? You know what I am saying? Two of everyone except for we did get two of Beowulf, but would have rather had two of Beowulf and then two of Consala, which we got, and then two or three or four of others. You know, watch it. It was fun. It was long. I put some chapters in there already because I wanted to get it up there. It was so much fun to do. I'm feeling better about it essentially, but I, excuse me, am rather crushed and disappointed. Oh, look at that. It doesn't matter where it is. That's good. The more healing runs, the better. All right, that is just a single. This is a bummer, a calendar sword, meaning we're not going to experience a live stream in here. I don't remember if I have ever had two buildings. Did I? Okay, if I ever had two buildings populate in one stage, I don't think so. I mean, I don't think that could ever happen. Even just as far as the room goes, the real estate within here. I don't want to get too distracted and be like, "Oops, I'm just clearing fog here, and I need to be paying attention to getting there with the least amount of clearing fog to conserve the troops." I'm not going to occupy yet. We don't get any sort of power bonus. I'm going to attack the Mayan high priest first. Okay, so I'm going into this fight with more troops, thus being stronger. I think the more troops you got, the higher the march count, the more power you wield. All right, look at this, three of them. Unbreakable Wall is nice and it's siege specific, but that's not the one that we want right after a reset. They went through the level a little longer, but no, no, no. I want what I want. Because if we can get Hand of Famine, right meow, we are going to save more troops throughout the run, and that's what we need. Unbreakable Wall, that's nice, but it's not going to do what we need to survive the gauntlet. Better with more. More! Thus, 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 the resets commence. I'm not getting, upset or frustrated. It's a bummer. It's a bummer, but there we go. We haven't gone so far that, look at that. Now, we've got to be strategic about the live stream. We want to heal. Yes, we do, but look what we haven't done yet. If we heal now, we're going to lose everything that we healed because we are still going 5% loss, 5%, 5%, 5%, 5%. Okay? And then when we finally occupy the poisonwood totem, we're going to lose 10%. So, save your live stream until after you occupy. So you make up what you lost. That's what it's for. All right. And then hope that we get some siege machine buffs, whatever they are. Everything helps. Now, here's where you think about stuff. We're not missing all that much, right? I'm going to attack skis. This is low enough level to not lose a whole bunch, but let's say, hey, we're going to get hit hard here. Should we heal before or heal after? Sometimes you'll want to heal before, even though you're taking a hit. If you heal after you've taken that hit and the healing won't recover all those losses like it could if you went into the battle with more already. But it doesn't matter because you can't stack that, and this is ground and mounted exclusively. Oh, we got what we wanted real nice here, but we got really skadoinked on that epic buff option. That is the nature of this beast when it comes to committing to scoring the max. Honestly, if we can get past these next two levels with some poison wood totem action, I am usually willing to continue through 14 as long as we don't get any crescents. All right. I don't want to take the crescent hit. That's a whole 80 points. All right. But if it's a typhoon and I've got Hand of Famine and I'm getting healing runes and live streams, I'm going to keep going and I'm going to document what I could have had if there were poison woods. All right. And then you'll know what I could have had as opposed to what I actually get. I'm not looking to win this. I want somebody else to start winning now, and someone else is, because I want them to get as much Caesar as they can for the good of the land, and the land's rad, you know? I just want to do this for the sake of it being fun, for redeeming the reward skis at the end or at each bonus level, and sharing it with y'all. You know what I am saying. Here we go. We're doing well as far as how much damage we're taking anyway, because of our great stats so far. Hand of Plague. All right, so I don't remember where we were with our stats before, but I know a ballpark figure. Let's see how much higher they go now that we're stacking this, okay? Skadoosh. Attributes. Look at that. Okay. See how those stack? That's how I confirmed that they did, because I was like, all right, I went into this with Hand of Plague and I had this at 260. I don't know what it was. You can rewind the video and see. And boom, there you go. They stack. And that is great. But it's not the one I want. It's not the one we want. We were lucky to get it, honestly, but come on. Come on. I don't know if there is any sort of rarity to these. There, there shouldn't be. They're like one is more valuable than the other. We would never know unless we knew the code in creating this wonderful game, right? I don't know. Maybe you wouldn't even be able to figure it out then. But I'm assuming that there's no sort of special higher or lower percentage for any of these particular buffs. They're all epic buffs that have a chance to show up. They probably have less of a chance to show up than the regular buffs, but not any one of them is, higher than the other. But I love it when you get two or more. I think I have gotten three before, and none of them are the ones we want. And they're the same ones that we have gotten over and over again. Something like recruiting Louis or Philip or Teach. Gosh. We got a few things that we wanted, couple things, some stuff that was okay and that helped, but we we missed out. We missed out on some stuff, man, woman, person. I mean, come on! Out of all of them, that we, out of all of them, we got so many extra, the same ones. God damn it! I want to look here again. 181, and we went over 300. The power level over 300 when we got that Hand of Plague last time. So that's the double stackage in action. Jackson. Rune word. So thus increasing us more. Not an epic buff. Bummer. These are the moments in this event where it behooves you to commit to getting what you want, because you are not losing any ground, not losing anything that you have gained. They're all bookmark, checkmark at that checkpointed at that bonus level. Okay. If you're not willing to do this over and over again on one level, you're not going to make it through 5 of them, because that's a war of attrition. Who can outlast this, right? I have before, maybe not necessarily in the mood to do it now because I have awakened Caesar and don't need it. It's okay, I don't need it. But I do really, really, really want it for the sake of the land, the good of the lands, right? And all of us, High Council, and to all of you beyond. Unbreakable Wall, again, in proper fashion, a repeat of something that we have had before and still don't want as much as the others. If I got, Unbreakable Wall, stage, 13, that's fine. Stage 12, that's fine, as long as we're getting the other stuff, because it helps very, very, very much. And we have what we have wanted already. That's what it's all about. Do we have what we want already on this journey, everybody? If you nail that down, you can. All right, so here's where it's like, all right, I want field hospital. Okay? Finally, something good. Part of my must-have list. Not getting anything back from the Poisonwood Totem or Occupation, but you get 20% back of what you lost in any particular fight. Not 20% of your total march, but if we lost 10 troops on that fight, we'd get 2 back. Feel me? Yeah. All right, cool. We got some random ones. That's cool. We still have not. There we go. Junior Steen healing. So when those things happen, all right, field hospital isn't what I wanted right now. Oh, and a live stream. This is a perfect example of I'm not going to reset here this time. Now, if we go to the next level, stage 10, which is going to be Mayan High Priest, okay, and we don't get what we want there, do we keep going? I would, because we need to get strength in numbers at stage 11, and it all depends on what we get in stage 11 as far as our next epic buff goes. If we can keep adding healing runes to our inventory, it's worth it's worth it to keep going. That's what I meant to say. Why? And live streams to heal up what we have been losing because we're not quite as strong as we are yet, because Hand of Famine hasn't showed up yet. It's worth it to keep going because you've got the resources to heal yourself, but you're going to need that big boostage and buffage by the time you get to stage 1920. All right, we're going to get, so sorry, live stream at stage 18 guaranteed. All right, I've never seen it, not that you, it's guaranteed. I'm just going to tell you, whatever you call it, you put that one in the bank. Hand to Zeus. All right, heal, boom, shabloips. And we're almost maxed with Hermes, but it looks like everybody else is sitting pretty, okay? Maximum points on this level. Maximum effort. Here we go. Finally, we get to go move on to stage 10. So if I put here 22 starting the runs, the run, not those kind of runs, it's taking us 20 minutes essentially. 20 minutes to get what we want and get past that one stage. Whoa, he says. All right, we are back to our top 3 as far as the march size capacity. I spit hot fire. And fingers crossed we get something worthwhile. I'm going to go no matter what, but, Cheeks, I want something useful. This is cool. Field hospital stacks. Jack. So, this is extremely valuable. We're going to get 40% back of the lost troops. Okay? Yeah, main suppression is cool, but it's a static buff that just tacks on top of what we already have. The field hospital just tacks on top of what we already have, but we gain every time. Every time we gains it. Yeah. But now we're wanting to see Hand of Famine show up soon. So our losses are minimal, and we benefit from those hard to get mamma jammas. Okay? Yes. All right. That sucks. Strength in numbers is what we want. Okay? If we restart, it's got to go to 8, and we don't have a poisonwood totem. That's a bummer. But I'm going to make a note. Okay? I'm going to make a note here. Stage 11, Typhoon totem. And I'm doing this different, minus 50, but got multiple. Two field hospitals. For the sake of not losing those 2 field hospitals, which is tremendous, plus the live stream and all those resets we've already done, if we get Hand of Famine here, we will continue. If we don't, it better be something helpful. Worth our while to continue. But we can go all the way up to stage 13 and see. Okay? And if we get Poisonwood Totems all the way up through there and the buffs we want, I'm going to take the 50 hit to finish this run, and I'll know what I would have gotten for a score because taking the note skis. And we like to see runes because that helps us grow in strength. Mayan Godski, yeah, the guard, warrior, and high priest, witch doctor. All right, we like those. It don't matter if let's just clear those to get the gold and see what's up. And then these ones might also give us runes or random buffs, and that is awesome. That's the way. We like it. Here is now sort of a all right. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Is it gonna help you? We're gonna go through a couple to see if what we want doesn't show up here. But still a level 3, 4 siege. We can go to the next level because we are not going to um, what Yima calls it. If we reset, we're gonna go before this stage, which doesn't have a poisonwood totem. All right, that's rubbish. Doesn't help us. But regardless, now we're by the way, we're gonna roll the dice. We're gambling. All right, we're owning it. All right, it's not a vice for us. We can say we can quit when we want to. We can quit when we want to. Um, I can stop whenever I want. I don't know. I don't know. Hello, my name's Lito, and I'm addicted to Ebony. Hello, Lito. Sorry, forgive me. I'm not trying to be insensitive or anything to um, things that people struggle with. Having been myself through rehab and psychiatric wards to help heal and come to terms and learn better coping skills, but I choose to look at it with fondness, appreciation, and an overall sense of humor about everything to keep it as light as possible and easier to digest, to not allow it to eat me up, tear me up inside, and turn me sour. All right, so we got a few things that benefited us a lot as far as siege regular buffs. We didn't get we got to take the note. I almost forgot. We didn't get okay. We didn't get the poison wood, so 50 points. Now this is where you've got to go back. There is no totem here at all. So even though we got some good stuff, it's not exactly what we wanted. Boom, all that progress gone. No, there there is if I got everything I wanted, even up to that point, if I came to a level with no totem, I would still start over. That is too much of a hit. A whole 100 points. Well, you're not gonna top the leaderboard. All right, 100. We already have lost 100 points, right? From the two that I have for gone past that didn't have the poison wood. But we can't afford to do another one. Maybe one more 50 along the way, depending on how the cookie crumbles. But not now. I don't know if there is a rarity here as well as far as what shows up. There are four options: no totem or one of the other three totems. There are only four options. Is it a 1 in 4 chance? Why does it seem like one happens more than the other? I don't understand. Perhaps poisonwood totems are rarer because they are more difficult, and Evity doesn't want to completely say, you know, they feed us to the wolves all the time. No, I'm not going to. It feels like that sometimes. They think about us. Come on, they work hard. I think so. I appreciate everything they do. Even if I've got to bother them a little bit longer than I want to get what I need, they're there for me. They will be. They don't want to lose me. And our contributions to this community, irregardless, not a word by the way, of us spending money or not, but they will prioritize profit. Who wouldn't? I want to get paid when I go to work. All right, we got a junior healing rune there, which is helpful, especially going into the very last level and using the tactic super trick extraordinaire. Woo! Boom. This is a good one. Yeah. Uh, that's a good one. Yeah. All right, let's keep the good times rolling. Um, let's see here. I don't know what I was talking about before. It was cool and it was probably maybe even necessary. I don't know, but triple lines there got me distracted. That's exciting. I like it. I wish you could see, triple lines in action right here, but it's increasing all of those stats by 333%. So, if you just do the math, each battle from now on is going to add 333% to whatever that existing stage buff is. So we'll be at 549. 549 experience when we go into this fight, the next fight. That's pretty good. Pretty darn good skis. Now it'd be great if there was a live stream in here. All right. And I'd be happy with the recruitment camp too. More. Give me more troops to score. All right. With, on, together. And I'll take some of those. Thank you. All right. I like to get rid of our warriors first. The weaker. Cull the weak. But I don't know if I kill more of the weak ones before I kill the big one. Would I lose more then? Or if I went for the big one, took that hit, and then lost? I don't know. I think if we're strong enough to take out the weaker ones, we want to get those first with more troops, I guess. Mayan calendar store. Boo! Live stream would have been good, but we are getting a fair amount of healing runes. And we got triple lines. Look how pretty that is. A beautiful, beautiful looking epic buff setup. We just need this to be Hand of Famine, damn it. All right, here we go. 2130 Poison Wood Totem. Come on. Oh, yeah. This is always going to be a High Priest. I was like, but still, when we get to 11, Typhoon or Poisonwood, please. Typhoon or Poisonwood, please. Showblaze. We have lost a significant amount of our troop slots, in my humble opinion. God! We don't want that at all. Resetting here. Whoa! Something. This didn't happen a lot. A lot of stuff's going on. It's okay. I'm recording. That's fine. And we're not going to lose any sort of progress. But we will go kick. Okay. I was like, what? Oh, 10 is where we are. So never handed up. Increase all troops attack by 35% for each troop type and marching troops. So we're going to get a 35% attack increase. Even though mixed force benefits having different troop types, you still get that 35% for the troop type that's there. Boom. Okay, so it's something. But we got triple lines. So that's awesome. We're going to press on. Woo! We don't have strength in numbers. That's okay. We've got a poison wood, baby. I was reading my own note there. We're going to go out to refresh those. All right. And when in the Landsrad, do as the Landsradians do, and let's go ahead and gather some more because we might be hanging out with Maya for a little while. Maya, a little while. Right. I've been playing a lot lately, if you can tell. Okay, who is? I got all of them back. Okay, let's. We got all the my horse. The horse. There we go. Let's get you. I've got these set up specifically as far as those who will do a quicker job in each particular resource. All right, matched up with their own specialized Jindiok and all of the skill books equipped accordingly. All right, so it's always the same for those ones. I don't know why I'm not stopping talking like this. I'm a silly goose. All right. All the timing stuff, we don't need it. It's okay. 6 o'clock my time is when I'm going to donate again. So we're not going to worry about Poseidon's Day because I started going into this again with this is different. If you ever read these, they are crap. Each troop's loses no more than 20% of its maximum troop amount in a battle. If all troops of a battle shot die, this buff will not take effect. I don't even see how that's useful. Honestly. you you won't. Okay, I'm not even going to try and think about it. I'm just going to keep going. Here's another portion of resetting. It's the same four, just in a different order. Hmm. Huh. Boom. I get excited every time I see the poison. Ah. Yeah. We're getting different ones though, so that's cool. We like it. We like that. Uh-huh. We like it like that. Where are you? Yeah, so far down. When I go down. Nope. Desperate Gambler. That is the worst one. It takes all of your gold away, all of it, in exchange for two random buffs. Not epic buffs, two random. Okay, well if you weren't relying on Hand of Famine, then I guess whatever, because the gold only serves the purpose of buying things from the Mayan store. Yeah, that you may or may not get. And Hand of Famine. We are in great shape. Great shape. Um, um, that is clear. I can clear all of this. Come on. Sometimes when I hit with my stylus, okay, it slides around. All right, so we're in a deficit. Hopefully, I'm gonna wait and see until we have or get lucky with the live stream here before I dip into my runes. But we're getting to that point, and at least to me, where I'm like, I need to recover those because a live stream isn't going to cover those losses, all of those losses. Ah, for fuck's sake. Two gold, I'll take it. Hand of Famine is going to be supreme once we get it. Where are we, though? Okay, those are still climbing. Of course they are, but I like to look at the numbers. It's fun. Everybody always wants to know what your buffs are anyways, right? Hey, show us your buffs, man. All right. Open up, drop bubble, and let me show you my buffs. No, I'm not a. I don't play that way. I don't. I'm not a shit talker. It's not in me, and I'm setting myself up to look like a silly goose because when I lose, and I will, all that stuff I was talking about. This is a good one. That's a good one. Poison wood. We've got triple lines, right? This is a good one. It would be even better now in this level. Okay, I will take a Mayan camp. That's fine. But it would have been wicked sweet to have had an opportunity to heal ourselves. Heal by the power of Ebony, Leto, the rabbit hole, and all of you. Credit where credit is due. Render unto the revelation of Maya that which is revelation of Maya's. I'm trying to play off on the render unto Caesar, right? Yes, render unto Caesar that which is Caesar. That particular story, from whether or not it's something you put your faith in, the good book. All right. Yes, which actually happened historically as far as the characters therein living at the same time and within the same area. And it wasn't Gaius Julius Caesar at that time, Pontius Pilate being the governor. Anyways, the governor of Judea at that time, but Caesar being the Caesar of Rome, Caesar being adopted as the title of emperor. Uh, um, whoever was, yeah, this is this is what we didn't want to see. We got this is 80 points. 80 points. All that good stuff. The mixed force, not so much. But for the sake of torturing ourselves even further, let's see what we would get from the Mayan High Priestess. I'm going to use that because it gives a buff. as far as your attack power and stuff goes. All right, 10%, yeah, but we get a 25% increase. We have lost a lot of troops. We're going to reset, so I'm just going to use that for shits. Look at see 15%. That is not. We are too far in the hole. That helped two of them. We don't want to use two of them. We want to go on that and use a live stream much better. All right. Oh, hey, ho, ha, ho. Hey, what are we gonna get? Hand of Famine. Come on, come on, show us. Then we can at least look at the stats. Another field hospital. That's pretty cool. I have never been able to get. Oh, that's only two. I thought we had one before. That was a previous one. I've never been able to get more than three. Maybe I got four one time to see what it could do, and it was pretty cool. But nevertheless, I did not score higher than my 11,250. We must go back. We must. 80 points. Can't do it. Can't do it. Dang it. 59 minutes. Reset to 8 again. Reset to 8 again. 1 hour, 1 minute in with a little bit of talking at the beginning. You know, just enough, not too much. Even though, believe me, in my mind, oops, I didn't reorder it. I wanted to talk about this just a little bit, please. All right, thank you. Thank you. Look, they go way down because we were getting more runes. Now, what we want to see is a lot of rune skis. Now, what I'm going to do here, since we know now that there is not going to be a live stream in this level, it's a Mayan calendar restore instead, which gives us a nice level 2 siege attack. We're missing about 3 million there. 15% of 1.4 million when in the land's red, right? Uh, uh, so what do we do? 1400000 times 0.15, right? 210,000 is what we're going to get back. Oh, and we've got one. We're missing about 300,000. Sorry, I said 3 million. 300,000. I'm going to use it. Okay, because we're still not up to the top. Thus, if we had a live stream in here, the 20% probably would have covered it. But I don't want to go into this battle with that few troops. It's just too few. We want to minimize our losses, and we're going to be stronger overall, except for all those rubbish options. Ha! But that's the strategery. Once again, the strategery behind my approach, and I'm discovering more of us. There are more of you, of us. Not to say you're all like me. There are a lot of us who are like, yeah, revelation of Maya. This is how you do it. You ever? Whoa, he says. Whoa, my kids are gonna be home soon, and that's gonna be wild. Maybe they'll bring some good luck. Mom just went to a repeat of lucky upgrade up lucky. I don't even. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But at least we're seeing a healthy streams of the poison wood. Poison. Depending on where we go, how long this goes, and I'm committed to it. Nothing else I really want to do. I would like to. I'm all right. I'm gathering. I've got all the rare things from the day. I would benefit from rallying. Of course, we all do, and you know it's hard for me not to. Uh, this is what matters most. You, all of you, fellow fellas, fellies. Revelation of my fanatics. That's the word I was looking for. It took me a little while. Okay, we covered that. Now we can just get the Cheda Ched skis in the form of Mayan gold. Yeah, and then any random rune that will help us grow and increase our power levels. Preferably a lot of healing stuff. Preferably, right? Hashtag Doi. We want to be able to heal. That's it. I was gonna go for more verses, but no, it doesn't matter. All right, I'm gonna come on. I'm going to smite the lower level, the lower level baddies to get stronger potentially with random buffs before I go for the big mamma jammas. And we have not even discovered the high priest yet. I mean, level 9 is a place where it might not matter the most. Uh, Getting stronger to get through to the Mayan priest, we should be overpowering it fairly well. Oh damn it! I get confused sometimes. I thought we've got triple lines. No, not yet. We did in that one, but then we had to turn it around. But we're not taking any heavy losses. We want a good one. We're that's that stage 9. Let's go. Let's go to the, let's roll the dice. It's only one level, okay? And it's the next level is 10, which has a Mayan high priest on it. But see, we're taking bigger hits now because Lorenzo has moved up as far as his troop slot being more full. Okay, at least we're getting things that benefit us as siege, so that's cool. Let's roll the dice, because here we might get Hand of Famine. And yeah, we're going to keep going then. You can bet your bottom dollar. If you need someone to voice your commercials or whatever, do an audio book on tape or something, I'm your guy. I love that shit. I write this down. Somewhere around here. Yeah. Uh, I am not going to be able to read this handwriting later. Hand of Famine. So we know we were at somewhere around 200% or something as far as our power levels go. Increase all troops HP by 10%. Increases Mayan gold gained as well. That's the thing. Hand of Famine not only gives you these stats, but you also gain more gold, which stacks on top of the money bags that says doubled your gold, which stacks on top of golden fog. We are in the territory of powering through no matter what we get, except for no towers. And I hope I didn't jinx myself. Every piece of Mayan gold we get raises our attack, defense, and HP by 0.5%. Mm, mm, mm. Confirm skis. This, my friends, to me, in my humble opinion, up until now is about as perfect as things get, with the exception of wanting to trade this one out for a triple lines. That's what I would do. Because we got a good chance of getting the other ones we want later on. Boom! Look at that! If we get another Hand of Famine, boom! It's gonna stack, yo! Now, what I love about this loadout is we've got two epic buffs that are increasing our stats attributes with whatever we get, gold or runes. This is where the rubber meets the road. Typhoon, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. Thank you, Strength in Numbers. So, I'm writing it down there, but what I'm going to do, skis, uh, is stage 11, Typhoon Totem, minus 150. All I got to do is, but got Hand of Famine, baby. Got Hand of Famine of comma, baby, comma, because it's a direct address. It's not a hand of famine baby. That baby is not named hand of famine or a hand of famine baby if that was a particular kind of breed of baby. No, it's hand of famine baby, as in you're talking to someone who is you directed calling baby. Yeah, direct address. You need to break it off by a comma, lest ye say something that is silly and doesn't make sense. Bummer, no live streams. We're kind of slipping on that, but we have increased our strength tremendously. Now I'm going to slay these bad guys. Well, they're not bad. We're coming in, they're stealing their gold. We're, we're the bad guys. We're the colonizer, the usurpers, if you will. All right. Um, uh, we're basically healing ourselves by increasing our power. Look at all that gold just flying. Love it. Uh, doop, 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 doop. Okay. The kiddos, they're here. It has begun. All right, and we're still getting some good random buffs. Yeah, give me more gold before I fight the high priest. Look at that. We're those lines aren't going anywhere. I'm not going to compare the numbers. I have before. Like, all right, look at that one. Look at this one. But what we will compare, thank you, is where were we now? Where are we now? Holy cow! Look at that. We were at 399 here before. Now we're at 440. It's so cool to see this just uh, 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 ex, ex, what's the word? What's the com- the compound the compound upon itself? All right, I am going to use a teleportation rune. Why? Because I want to move him out of the way so I can get more of this stuff before I attack him. I want to get stronger. Um, let's see here. What are we going to lose as far as that goes? We're going to lose 10% attack in HP. All right, only 10%. I'm going to take that hit because I'll gain 10% more back by clearing that stuff and fighting against him. That's my 2 cents about it. All right, teleportation. Boom. Thank you. He's out of the way. I can get more gold. That made up or is starting to make up the 10% that I lost. Okay. Irregardless, not a word by the way. We are going to get more gold. We got the rune back, so we have broke even, I guess you can say. All right. I don't think we have. Technically, we have not profited because we gave 10 up already. We could have 10 more, is what I'm saying. Unless we got two. Never mind. I'm not gonna split hairs here. We're on a good roll. Level 12 is really what's going to make it or break it for us. Why? Because if there is nothing, that's gonna hurt. That is going to hurt, skis. All right, we're in good shape, and I feel a live stream coming on soon. Come on, come on. It'd be nice. And let's get another hand of famine. All right, that doesn't help. The epic sucks, but a level 3 stage siege machine attack. That's cool, considering what we have already. God, it's so cool to see that. I love it. It's been a long time since I've seen it shown up with gold in fog and laws of survival. Yes. All right. Be good to us, stage 12. Fuck. Fuck. Crescent and a live stream. I'm going to reset. That's 80 points and we're already down 150. 80. Fucking, I'm not. God damn it. Boop, 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 boop. I'm going to take that already because it doesn't cover all of it. Let's see for shits what we are going to get, except for the Poisonwood Totem. Live stream? Yes. What's the buff? Nothing good, so, well, I mean, it all helps. However, it's nothing so great Damn. All the way back to 8. Reset to 8 again at 114. 114, 45. Reset to 8 again. Okay. Here we go. I think there will be a point where I reach the limit of what I think is healthy for us to record and for me to post. Um, when we can do the math, because I have provided the notes for you, and we have experienced how all of this stuff works together. Okay? As far as I will forego the points for this of the buffs getting me to the end to win it all, if that makes sense. Like I could reset it to get the poisonwood totems, but I have the epic buffs I want to finish with the highest score I could possibly get. I just need to add a little bit more, or do the math as far as what we lost to get the final number of the potential, right? I'm not going to say, ooh, I scored this. No, I could have scored. I could have scored this much. I could have, but alas, the poisonwood totems eluded me. That damn level 12. We have been there twice so far. We have been there twice so far and lost. Hand of Famine and triple lines. Level 12 has run us through twice. Stopped us dead in our tracks. And Famine and reset again. Wow. Here we go. We would benefit from this. Our defense would go up 30%. We'd benefit, but it's so paltry as far as its benefit. We're not moving on after that crap. It's not like we're on stage 13. We got to get to stage 13. We've been seeing a totem in level at stage 12 at least. As we got to stage 11 and there was no totem, right? Everything under the sun has happened. Murphy's Law, whatever happened, whatever can happen, will happen. But we have yet to experience what we want to happen. Like we did experience over and over again in the previous video titled Tickets Please. I've got some ideas about what I'm going to do to benefit from the Trial of Nights more today, tonight, and for the sake of the fuck me, please no, I'm getting just too comfortable and being a silly goose. To benefit from the Trial of Nights, and I'm so sorry, score higher in the Tiedmanak. I did some searching on the wonderful, incredible internets thing. Have you ever heard of that? I mean, how else would we be together? Converting flat buffs to percentages based on, the particular troop type, yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, is this flat buff equivalent to these other percentage buffs that this general has? So if this general's at those star levels and that general's at that star levels, are they stronger even though their star levels are lower? You know what I'm talking about. And I'm going to work on max geniusifying Queen Tamar's for spooling We have got lucky upgrading a lot through these vicious cycles. A lot. It's crazy. But it's about as normal as it gets here at Ebony TKR. It's the R5 Life with Lito. Am I right? Am I right? Why? We've been together many, many times when it comes to recruiting generals. And we've been seeing the same ones over and over again, where we would have been able to awaken these generals. And how many of us, if not all of us, have been waiting to awaken that one general? I need this one general, please. I'm so close to awakening them, but they're just not showing up. And we keep getting the other ones over and over and over again. And they all have the same percentage. My ass, right? As an expression meaning, yeah, right. I don't believe you. In case anybody doesn't understand that idiom, we wouldn't call it an idiom. It's not like, oh, two birds in the bush, two birds in the hand are worth, an ass in the grass. No, it's a vernacular slang. Golly, there's a word for it. Never mind. We need to keep going. We've got a live stream. That was range troop attack. These are all going to benefit by 10% as far as siege goes. Damn. I'm going to go to the next level to see what we get because we have just uncovered a live stream. And we got a little help for our siege. Who knows? Maybe the next level we will get Hand of Famine yet again. Man, we had it. We had it. We had it. It's crazy. Oh, it's hard to think about now because that was the tickets, please, to doing it. Do it. Do it. All right, none of these are going to benefit. They're not level trees. I keep forgetting to look at what my troop count is. Now that we know the percentages a little bit and I can kind of remember. Oh, we got plenty. We don't want to use the live stream yet. It's gonna heal all of us all the way. For a good while still. Golly. Keep thinking this gold is like, yeah, this gold's making us stronger. Nope, we had to reset. The cruel reality sets in once again. Boom. I want triple lines. Hand of Famine first. And a healing rune or recovery rune every time. From a fight. Round 1. Stage 9, round 1000, more like. I'm not documenting how many times now because you are watching it with me. Yeah, look at that. Full meal deal. We need some love. We need some love here. We're going to keep going irregardless. Not a word, by the way. If there's a poisonwood totem on the next level, because we can get up to 13 and restart. That's the final point of no return restart for me in this run. If we get poisonwoods all the way through, to be like, we need Hand of Famine now, and we're going to keep going here until we get it. Because we have everything we need for Hand of Famine to take care of business. And then we could get triple lines before the final stage by resetting stage 19. Did I say we're going to keep going? Yes, I did, right? Look at that. Mounted ground mounted. Nothing. Because we've healed? I don't remember. We're going to keep going. Poisonwood? Nope. We're going back. If Poisonwood was there. We were going to keep going. That's right. That's what I meant. Hey, buddy. I hope you had a good day at school. Hi, baby. Some chips or something. Something salty. But you can't eat something crunchy or anything at all whilst creating content. Hey, babe. Because that would be gross. You just hear me chewing and gnawing on stuff. I should. It would have been nice. You have recruited Princess Kaguya. Yeah, fame unlocked. No, that's not the kind of recruitment they are asking for. Alas, recruitments in Revelation of Maya do not count. Make sure your things get put away, in a good spot, not just on the floor, please. Let's do our part. You are the solution to home pollution, Captain. Please, planet. I don't know if I can say it right. We like that. That's a recovery rune, a junior Steen recovery rune. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Give us something good, please. More runes for Hand of Plague to feast on. Senior healing rune, yeah, that's gonna go a long way if we can make it to the end. It's gonna be really helpful. Spark nuggets. I said that instead of saying a different word. You have a good day, honey? Have you washed your hands and everything since you got home? Cool. A gigantic one, like as big as your leg. Level 3 ranges benefit siege too. Cool, baby. At least it didn't get you. We got a lot of cockroaches here because there's nowhere for the water to go. Oh, look at that. Useless. Already have it. Already have it. 3 epic buffs. 3 epic failures. At least there's range troop defense, which gives us 10% defense. Can you believe it? That's the way the shiznizzle crumbles. We're getting runes. Some of them definitely useful and necessary and or extremely helpful. Um, so we're still increasing our attributes, not nearly as much as we could. Nevertheless, we are gaining strength. It is great. There we go. I like that. That's worth going. All right. I'm going to go back. 128 again. Reset to 8. Poisonwood is what have Poisonwood is what I needed there to be like, all right, I didn't get exactly what I wanted. I got a must-have with Field Hospital, but I'm not going to take the hits on points because of what I have being so life-changing. Revelation of Maya changing. Definitely seeing more of everything else besides Poisonwoods, which just leads me to believe or surmise that poison woods are rarer for whatever reason. Listening. What's going on? Oh, eh, oh. The feeling this one's going to turn into a two-parter, which is okay. Giving my throat a rest, okay? I'm sorry. Because the focus. All right, this is a great example, right? We got Mayan camp. You're like, good, we want to add troops. Don't recruit yet because we're going to lose 10% and 5% when we click on these. We don't want to lose any of the troops from the newest recruitment, at all. But we certainly don't want to lose them right away once we recruit them. That's silly. We want them to come in fully. Fuck. Repeat, repeat, and repeat. Tons of the same. Senior healing rune. Runes, thank you. The reality to me is there is only a couple of epic buffs that I want / need before the end. The most important part, really, for me, has been taken care of with money and fog and laws of survival. Okay? Hand of Famine. I'll even forego some of the other ones. I'll forego triple. Well, no, I want triple lines. It's really going to boost it up since we're using triple lines. It's a matter of poisonwood totems. For me, I don't know. Now I kind of feel like I'm talking out of my keister. Getting lots of runes, good runes, specifically being the healing persuasion, because we are definitely taking some hits. But we're gonna go on, press on. What are we gonna get here? Big money, no whammies. Stop. Pudge. It's good and it's encouraging to see epic buffs show up. However, however, hi babe. I'm gonna take this video to the 2-hour mark, which will be in 27 minutes. Just give me 27 minutes. And think I will post it for it to be there with the preface and or in the description saying I'm still recording the successful run between stage 8 and 13. Like I said before, in the first 3 installments of this tremendous video series on anime TKR 5 Life with Lito, this is the worst part of getting the high score. Stage 8 through 13. 5 grueling stages. Well, not 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then 13 is going to be our Mayan boss. So there's no, 13 is when the fog starts. So 12, no, we got to get to 14. I forgot. We have to get to level 14 because the poison starts on 13. And we have to pass that one, get to 14, and then that's what we reset to. All those stages that we are hoping we get poison wood totems on each one. This is good. That's a good one. All right. Worth moving beyond if we don't get exactly what we want or anything we want, really. But what I noticed, and perhaps you did, we are taking significant losses here in stage 9. We need to add to these. This one's not enough to carry our lack of significant attribute buffs. Um, I'm gonna slay him, obviously. First, just to see what we get. Main force suppression is a very helpful one. Extremely helpful, but it's static, a static buff, which is like you get this plus this on top of that for whatever, and that's it. 40% buff basically, because 20% and the extra 20% for the most that you have. Anyways, it'd be cool if there was some sort of like 20% plus all of this that you have beyond. That would you would be unstoppable then. I mean, we are unstoppable anyways, but you would never suffer losses with that sort of power at your fingertips, literally. yeah, yeah. Okay, main force suppressals. Okay, all troops. Oh, attack and defense HP by 20. That's great, all of them, but an extra 20% for the troop type with the most remaining amount. Oh, okay. So 40% on all of our siege skis. That's it's a significant increase considering how little we've been actually increasing in strength. So we'll take it, and we'll really want to get, you know, the goods here, please. I mean, it's great that we are here moving forward with full troop slots and a fair amount. Now, main force suppression will stack, but that's just another 40%. This is going to increase our siege attack by 10 and siege machine basic. So attack 35 and everything else 25. Main force suppression is going to give us more than unbreakable wall. See, this is siege. You want to go for it, but hey, check it out. This one actually gives you more than the unbreakable wall. Okay, that's 40% for everything. That's 35% for attack and 25% for the others. All right, so boom. It's a good one, not the best. We need poison wood, baby. Poison wood. Nope. Nope. 138. Reset to 8. When I write reset to 8 here, to me, it's basically meaning we made some progress, but we reset to 8 because we didn't reach it to 14 yet. We reset to 8. Doing a lot of resets here at 8, but we reset back to 8. Isn't it great? There we go. I don't want to jinx myself, which I don't actually believe in, but maybe I do because every time I say that, every time, um, seeing a fair amount, good consistency when it comes to our poison wood. So, oh wait, no, we're not because every time we get past this level, it never shows up again. Never mind. I am a positive thinker most of the time, perhaps a little too positive on our journey. Drink. Come on. This piece of garbage again. Increase defensive troop slots with over 80%, remaining troop amount by 30%. 30% increase of defense. 25 to HP, 25 to attack. This gives us a better buff because we won't go below 80% than attack or defense. So do I want to increase my defense more so than My attacker or ranged. It's my lowest stat, so yeah, let's do it. All right. His Hand of Plague does attack and HP. All right. Thus, we're significantly lower as far as our siege machine defense goes. Did that even help? Did that even help? Honestly, because it's supposed to increase each troop slot that has over 80% gets the whatever percentage. We get a 30% increase to our defense with slots having over 80%. Do we not have 80%? I'm not going to do the math. So if we have, oh, it's 80. Oh, HP troop slots that do not meet the above two conditions by 25. So maybe we don't meet the conditions, thus we're only getting 25% buff to our HP. I didn't look at that number, so, and I'm not going to. We're going to press on. Fucking A. Let's hopefully in the next two levels we get what we want. I don't want, yes, I want your buffs. Come on. Huh. Huh. That's the noise he was making. I've got the in-game volume on. I think at a uh, good volume, good level. So in my little like breaks from dialogue or whatever of discourse, learned Evonian doctor discourse. Maybe you can hear it in the background. I'm sure you know it, and you're humming it to yourself. Something like that. Or you're at least doing the. This is the lowest right now. Oh, that was level 1 too. I was like, ooh, attack. Oh, it's only a level 1. I'm seeing cross-eyed now. And I certainly think I need to eat something soon. Or I'm feeling hungry at least. Hungry for Hand of Famine, that is, which is kind of funny because famine means there's nothing to eat. Yeah. Weird. Son's coughing. That. Why do they want to keep helping our ground and mounted? They're not showing up. I'll take that one. I'm gonna see. We gotta go. We could take levels with. There, yes, good. That's what we want there. We got a poisonwood totem. See, it's worth going in this stage. It'd be great to get something exactly like we want. But if we don't, we can keep going. We can keep going. As long as we get the runes to make up for the healing runes. So I'm just kind of doing something else for a second. Healing runes to help us in the end from the inevitable losses we'll suffer. And if we have to wait until stage, 18, 19 to reset from there, but we got poisonwood totems. Have a good class, buddy. See you soon. This is how I increase my monarch gear. There, that's something. I and then I double up whenever I get a war horn. Those take a long time to get to 10. And they take an even longer time to get to 11. That's what I'm working on. Get my Monarch gear up to level 11 now. Oh, shit. Time for a Poseidon's Daybreak. I know you were missing it. I know, I know. You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Now is the time. Now is the time. It's what we demand. Poseidon's Day. Poseidon's Day intermission. Please show us your pro moves. Show us your moves. Pro moves when it comes to Poseidon's Day. Oh, that was not a pro move. I was trapped there. Maybe I could have, you know, ninja'd my way out of there or Captain. Ah, that was silly. Now I'm just losing my mind. Get lucky, get going. Oh, the last time I did this one, actually the right, God, God, I it, when it's dark and I'm moving around trying to dodge the bad ones, I get all the bad ones and I miss the big ones. It's like, how am I getting the smallest ones that there are less of here on the screen than those big ones right there? Like it's amazing. Amazing to me. Ugh, rubbish. But hey, I didn't miss out on an opportunity to score. Score, baby. Yeah, okay. Yeah, minimum bid there. Been lucky to win some resources as of late, so wanted to help out tomorrow. Tomorrow's an important day. An important day. Another day to record. I'm gonna have some throat lozenges uh, at my disposal at the ready, because I really think we can do it. For fuck's sake, K41, which is going to require walls 40, keep 41, and academy 41. And we'll see if we've got rally spot and army camp. We'll see. I'm going to crunch some numbers tonight as far as what we're going to reach when we satisfy the gem purchase for the 5th day. And unlock some more rewards back from our investment. I don't know why I like, oh, I have to go over here to do my, it's literally right there at my fingertips every time on the event icon. I was ready to start clicking on the fog that I clicked out of the buff. I'm so sorry. That's what happens. How the cookie crumbles. And we probably had strengthened numbers on that last one too that I accidentally clicked out of. Don't end the sentences and prepositions, but sometimes you can't help it. And I don't want to try and think of the next word to say after ending that sentence with the preposition of. There we go. Whew. There we go. Poison wood, strength in numbers. Please be a good epic buff. If not, we'll keep going. Please be another poison wood for the love of Zeus's spatula. Mm, 120, 120, 120. We're good. If we get a live stream, we're good as far as it healing all of it. We don't need to use any of our junior steams. That is acceptable in Ebony speak. When you go get the bandit, the desert bandit, the treasures, the desert treasures. I love that. It's fun collecting those little art treasure things. You go and run and get your treasure chest, and hopefully one of the desert bandits pops up, because then they have the potential to drop the the map fragments to Solomon's treasure, and then you go running out there, and then you open the chest, and it says the reward is acceptable. My patoot, my left bunion. Is that acceptable? That is rubbish. How dare you tell me that 2,000 points with with one refining stone is acceptable? Get out of town. Get out of my Ebony town. Get out of my keep with that acceptable nonsense. 149, an hour and 49 minutes in this video, and I was talking about how legit this run was, or is set up to be, and we have run into a buzzsaw. I don't know why I did that. Instead of keep going, doesn't matter. Run into a buzzsaw that is stages 8 through 12, and we still got to get to 14. I'm just hoping for some ding dang poisonwood totems to appear so we can keep going. That's nice. That's real nice. We can keep going and get to our next bonus level. That would be great, and that would be a nice little cap to this, what's going to be first installment, the first video of this series. The runs. Did I? Yeah, I pressed. Was there something to select there? No, that was just. I'm losing my mind. If there was something to get and or select, it will refresh. If not, it means that we got it. I think it was just the confirming the battle, right? Yeah. What has been acquired already is of the utmost importance that we are set to finish with the highest score we can, the exception of those two missing poison woods. We can't not do this. Okay? I thought we had more. It's because all these runs are becoming a blur. Swears we we're gonna be okay. Come on, big money, stop! Yeah, this is unprecedented. We have not made it to stage 12 having a poison wood. Okay. Yes, that this is what we want. It's what I want. 152. 152. Finally, stage 12. I think I can. I think I can read that. Finally made it to stage 12 with poison woods in place. That's what we want. Unfortunately, nothing we wanted as far as our buffs go. We did see Hand of Famine in action. There's a nice junior recovery rune. Could this be? Oh, that shit. The data adaptation. Fuck you. Could the tide of the battle be changing? Oh, we're real high as far as our troop count goes, because we came in here at full power skis. We took a bunch of hits because of the Poisonwood Totem, but we got a lot of points for that. 25. Increase all troops attack by 35. Yeah, that's better. All right. All right. But good enough, helpful stuff to press on, considering the most important thing for us, for me, in my humble opinion, is the Poisonwood Totem. Can't even click right. Can't click right. Can't click left. Left click. Oh, geez. We're at 154. So our hour and 45 minutes of the best time we've ever had. All right? What gets better? Look at us. What gets better than this? Watching me reset stuff over and over again and ramble on. Ramble on! Nothing, right? Nothing. Next stage, the fog starts. And then we finally make it to a bonus level. I want to press on irregardless. Now, the word, by the way, of getting the bus we want or not, because we'll be able to restart and not lose those points. Was that the Mayan bad guy? I don't even know. No, that was a guardian there. Okay. All right. We got all this gold that's not helping us yet, and the Hand of Plague is coming into play. But we want to see that stage buff shooting, skyrocketing. Stage 13. It's Typhoon, so that's 50. Typhoon, that's 50. Stage 13. 13. Typhoon. Minus 50. But yeah, we lost 50 points here. Stage 15 or 13. Let's pass it to get to the bonus level, because we will do the math. 100, 150 point, 200 points. Damn. Stage 11. Wait. This is old, because we don't have Hand of Famine. We're getting rid of that. This is the most recent Typhoon. Should have changed that. I didn't. 150 less. We're gonna have 150 less. Sucks, but it sucks, but um, we will do the math, and we'll finally see what it takes, and you'll understand that. Yeah, add 150 to that. That's a really high score. Or that's, what I could be getting to crush the leaderboards. Unless you're going up against Polar Fleece's army and nemesis of 11,500 points. I would have loved to watch that run. Wonder how long it took as far as everything falling into place. All right, I am hurting for a squirtin' of junior recovery. Just lost too much there. And these bad guys are getting buff. I mean, honestly, we might want to go back, because every bad guy's getting so strong, unless we see live streams in every level. All I know is and believe and are essentially uh, committing to, I don't know the word, is once we get to the bonus level, stage 14, we are not going any farther beyond it without Hand of Famine. It's just we're going to lose too many troops from there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I am saying? 10% to get those senior site, junior true site. I'm gonna get rid of them. I'm gonna spend that to get this. Do that. Possibly get another buff before we finish this first installment, because we're right there at 1 hour and 59 minutes and 20 seconds, at least as far as my recording software, OBS. Thank you for providing this free software for the good of the land. Is rad and everybody else. High council to all of those beyond. Okay? In Ebony TKR, it's the R5 Life. with Leto. I'm Leto the second, R5. Most of the time of the Landsred server 1834 in Ebony, the King's Return, turn. Right at, right at the 2 hour Markskis. I'm like super stoked, but we're still missing 150 points. But boy, stinking how deep, does that feel to finally get through that crushing torture? Pure agony. Ebony Limbro. And end this first vidya in hopefully a two-parter where the second part isn't so long. Whoa! Skyrocket. As far as our stage buffs go, that's where we're going to end this first one. Now I'm ruining it because I was on a roll on an Ebony TKR, the boom, there it was. I will see you again soon in the next vidya. I'm going to upload this one with these bookmarks for the sake of posterity and y'all watching. Commit to the 2 hours because it was a wild ride, but holy shit, what an ending. This one's over. We're going to start another one to finish this from 13 and beyond. On. Love you. Peace. See you soon. Skis.